Welcome to Top of the Hill Fitness. We've got a moderate, continuous workout for you today and artwork by Bradley Harms. 33 moves for 45 seconds each, adding up to 25 continuous minutes of work. We'll ease into it with the first 5 exercises, work hard for 18 exercises, and wind down for the last 10 moves. This will be all you need to do today. We'll start with an easy jog in place to get going. So first up is our 45 seconds of jogging in place. Shake out your arms. Maybe you want to do some arm circles. Get the whole body moving as we ease into this. Next up is butt kickers. So this is just as it sounds, trying to get your heel towards your butt. Give it a little kick if you can. I don't think I'm making contact there, but the idea is to get that heel kicking up towards the butt. And thinking about your nice running arms while you're doing this too. 90 degrees at the elbows. We'll do a high knee pause next. And going right into the high knee pause. So you do a 1, 2, 3 on the high knees and pause on the third one. Keeping the leg lifted just for a beat before going into the next 3 high knees. We'll do a side shuffle with touchdown next. So just starting on one end of the mat, shuffling over to one side, touchdown, and then move over to the other side of the mat and touchdown, opposite hand. Arm circles with sumo squat is up next. So for this one, we'll get the feet out wide for a sumo squat, and then 2 arm circles forwards, another sumo squat, 2 arm circles backwards, and just keep going with that for 30 more seconds or so. Remember to keep your knees tracking open, legs wide on the sumo squat. Forward lunge with a jump transition is next. So stepping out into a forward lunge and giving a jump to transition to lunging with the opposite leg. So instead of stepping out each time, we'll do a little jump to get our legs into the right position. So if you hadn't spotted it, we're on to the working hard part of this workout. Anything with a jump and a lunge in it is good hard work. We've got shoulder push-ups next. So come on down to the mat, almost like in downward dog formation, trying to isolate the shoulders a bit for this push-up. So it's okay if your butt's way up in the air, thinking about just engaging the shoulders for this. We've got jack burpees next. So jumping jack first, then into the burpee. When you're in the plank, the legs come out to the side to do a jack during the plank part of the burpee as well. And then come on back up and you've got the jumping jack, and then out to the burpee, jack, and so on. This is a great total body exercise. I think you'll feel like all parts are moving with this. We'll do a squat and a kick next. So I've got my board to raise up my heels so I can do a good squat on this. So we'll just lower down into a squat and then kick with one leg, another squat, kick with the other leg. Raising up my heels just helps me to go down a lot straighter. I think there's a lot more benefit to me doing squats this way. We'll do scissors next. So get rid of your board if you're using one and come on down to the mat on your back and doing the wide scissor action with your legs. If you can, keep your legs straight and go as wide as you can. Thinking about pressing your abs down into the mat, your lower back into the mat. We've got the bear crawl coming up next. So come on up onto your hands and feet with bent knees, and you're crawling forward 5 steps or so and then retreating 5 steps or so. And we've got jumping jacks, freestyle next. So do whatever is your favorite jumping jack here. You can do the classic. You can do the split jack. You can have the hands coming to the front like a seal jack. You can have crossover jack too. Rocket squat and jump blast off next. So we'll lower down 3, 2, 1 and blast off with a jump and repeat. So take a pulse of 3 to lower down and then powerful jump blast off. Push-up with rotation to side plank star is next. So come on down to push-up position on the mat, doing your first full push-up, and then opening up to the side rotation. So you're opening up into side plank. If you want to make it a bit tougher even into a star, that would be lifting the leg as well as the arm when you're in the side plank, but always trying to keep your balance as a first priority. Crab walk forward and back is next. So you're on your back for this one, and hips raised off the mat, and walking forward and backwards. Some good work on the shoulders and triceps here, and maybe a little bit even on the hamstrings, I notice. We're really going to pick it up at the next one. We've got high knee run next. All right, so quick pace, nice form, and getting those knees up high. Keep it going, 10 more seconds. Got a lateral bound next. So this is a hop from side to side. So you're taking off from one foot, landing on the other. And see if you can jump the whole length of the mat. Make sure to pause to get your balance when you land, and then off into the next bound. We've got plank with cross knee to chest next. Come on down to high plank position and bringing one knee up towards the chest, crossing over to the other side and replacing it. Think about doing your best plank here too while you've got the chance. Tucking those hips and a straight line from shoulder to heel. Bicycle crunch is up next. Come onto your back, knees up, and alternating opposite shoulder towards knee. We'll do a raised heel squat next. So I'm running off to get that board again to raise up my heels for the squat so I can do best form possible. And then get my heels up and lowering down into a low squat. And diamond push-ups are next. Come on down to the mat, making a diamond formation out of your two hands and aiming your nose for that space when you lower down. So we've just got a couple more exercises in the working hard part of this workout. Next up is side-to-side jumps, and then we're going to tackle the everything before we start the winding down phase. Come on up to standing, and we'll do a two-footed side-to-side jump. Keep the pace up here and taking off and landing on 2 feet. The everything is next. So this one we have a bit of fun with. It's 2 arm circles, 2 punches, squat, kick, and a squat and kick. So arm circle, punch, punch, squat, kick, and you just keep going with that. Working lots of parts. So really give it here because we're going to start winding down with the next exercise. Come on down to the mat. We'll do a raised hip march next. So hips are up, feet are planted firmly on the ground, and you're just raising one leg, then the other, in a kind of marching form. But the hips never come down, so you keep them raised. And you can raise your arms for more of a stability challenge too. But important that you're thinking always keeping those hips up and level, not a lot of moving side to side. Pilates toe taps are next. So you can put your hips down, but bring the legs up and the knees are bent 90 degrees and just alternating, tapping one foot and then the other on the mat. Keeping the lower back pressed into the mat so that those abs are turned on through the whole thing. We'll do the dead bug next. So staying on your back and knees are up again, arms are up as well, and you're extending opposite arm and leg out straight while trying to keep the other one bent. Takes a few to get this one right. Prairie dog is next. So come on to your knees for this one, and you'll just do the reverse of the dead bug. So opposite arm and leg extending and lifting up. And just take a beat when you've got the leg and arm extended. Just a pause there before replacing it. We'll do a donkey kick from the knees next. So alternating on this one, and it's just lifting one bent leg, straightening out to give a kick once you've got it elevated. We'll do heel taps next. So this is from your back, knees bent, feet planted, and just tapping side to side. So a little bit of a side to side crunch to tap your heel with your hand. And back extensions are next. So come on to your stomach and arms up behind your head, hands on your neck, and lifting using your lower back and your upper back to lift off the mat, keeping your toes on the mat. And we've got a plank hold next. Come on into elbow plank position and do your best plank ever for the next 35 seconds or so. We are coming to the end of this continuous workout. Just 2 more exercises to go. We've got an alternating back lunge next. So stepping back for a backwards lunge, and what we're also going to do is a hip flexor stretch for this. So let's think of this as an alternating hip flexor stretch, really tucking the hips so we can stretch out the hip flexor, even raising the arm, keeping your balance. So think of this as less work, more stretch. And we'll do alternating side lunge next. And this is our last exercise. So stretching off to one side and then the other to get a little bit of stretch on the adductors, the inner thighs. And just to finish this workout feeling good. And there we go. Thanks for sticking with us for 25 continuous minutes of exercise. That was a great workout today. Thanks to Brad Harms for his artwork. Please subscribe, give us a like, send us your comments, and share this workout if you liked it. And we'll see you next time at Top of the Hill Fitness.